We'll start with the display of God's eyes. So you can see on this table are many, many smaller sets. So we'll look at them as closely as we can. This sits inside a gourd that's been carved. Look at the face on Mary. This is carved inside an egg. And other ceramic pieces. Lots of colors. Now in this one you'll see how the baby is on a little swing. You see it's tied to rope there to swing between two trees. And in this one, baby Jesus is in a boat of a cradle. Look at the face of the donkey. And this one is like bean bags. And they're just kind of weighted. The three kings. And then Mary, Joseph, and baby. This is very Pueblo in nature with the ladder. And then the Presepio boxes, which were carried around back in the earlier days of the Spaniards. And these boxes would be carried around to tell the Christmas story. You can see baby Jesus on the top shelf. Some of these have 5, 6, 7 shelves and can be very, very tall. And each shelf has a different component of the Christmas story. This one is carved out of wood. Kings are very prominent. Size doesn't always translate in some of these handmade South American nativities. It's not, I guess what I'm saying is the scale isn't always consistent. These are beautifully painted. And this one is a bit unusual. Hanging balls. Joseph, baby, and Mary. This is from Peru. You can tell by the hats of the shepherds up in the mountains. And then several nativities in the hand, representing the hand of God, protecting them. And then this group of nativities are all made out of gourds. And a lot of these are wood burned. Painted inside. Here's Mary and Joseph. You have the Star of Bethlehem at the top, coming down over the manger. Now this nativity, we staged with this book. And the illustrator of this book, called Let It Shine, it is several spirituals, and it is illustrated by a man that was in his 90s when he first started illustrating, and he does his illustrations, maybe I can find it better, by cutting paper. Might be able to see a little bit easier there. So he makes these small murals out of torn paper. And this page is, he's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the itty bitty baby in his hands. And there's the baby from torn paper. And then these painted hands are from some of the youth that visited here, not this summer with COVID, but last summer. And we did a retreat on spirituality and leadership, and this book was one of our resources. Now we're going to move into, oh, you might want to see our decorated cacti with piñata. And here is a little village with so many of these smaller nativities. Bolivia, Ecuador, southwestern United States, Peru. See, the hats are very similar. This large set also from Peru. And here's another small one where the baby is hanging on a cradle from the trees. And in this one it's ceramic, but the same thing. The baby is, it doesn't swing freely like it does on the other ones, but it's all done out of ceramic. Another Peru. Honduras. And one of my absolute favorites. It's so unique in their faces. And this was one that the Toledo Blade photographed and used. More God's eyes. Remember the roly-poly figures in miniature? That's what we call them. These are much larger. And this is the largest set donated to us by Connie Pfeiffer in Port Clinton. So beautifully painted. And these are styled by a tree with typical colors of Mexico. Stocking, peppers, of course. A little miniature nativity from Mexico. Now this set is from Peru, but unusual because you don't expect the colors to be so subdued. And it is carved from soapstone. Very simple, but quite beautiful. Figures are quite tall. They're each about 12 inches tall. Oh, we end with a little basket of sunflowers. And a beautiful tree. And a pillow. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the colors of Central and South America.